Hi, I'm Cheryl from Sew Savvy. I sew all the time. I love to sew, but I've never quilted before. Today I'm going to show you how I learned how to create the quilt block behind me, which is a pattern by Christy Lee at Quiet Play Designs. I'll put a link down below so you can check that out. So this pattern involves doing some foundation paper piecing. It's probably a bit challenging for a beginner, but it's really just a lot of straight stitches, so it's not too complicated. So this is going to be I'm going to have about 3 videos to go through the whole process, making it start to finish. The first one will be on foundation paper piecing, the next one on free motion quilting, and the last one on making the binding and the wall hanging. So if you're interested in following me along on this journey, please consider subscribing down below. Now let's get straight into the project. I found some pretty pattern fabric in bold colors that should do the trick. This pattern is broken up into different sections that are pieced separately and then stitched together. I started by cutting my fabric into 1.5-inch strips. Then I estimated the size of each piece starting at number 1 in the section up to the largest number. I put these into an ordered pile. This was the hard part. Fabric piece number 1 faces out on the reverse side of the paper. Then you sew the right side of piece 2 to the right side of piece 1 by stitching on the line between the 2 numbers. Then I trimmed the seam allowance to about 1/4 inch. The next step is sewing between 2 and 3. If you do this in the wrong order, bad stuff happens. When you open it up and finger press it, the image starts to appear on the paper. It's pretty cool. Once the whole piece was done, I pressed it, then trimmed the seam allowances and ripped the paper off the back. There's something oddly satisfying about pulling the paper off. So here are all the pieces. They just need to be stitched together and then it's done. This looks like it was really easy, but I did unpick a few times to get the scissors to match up properly. I don't think I've ever used this great big square ruler before. I used the diagonal line on it to check that my block was square. Well, this turned out really good, especially for a first quilt block. If you have any tips or advice for me, please feel free to share them in the comments below. The next step will be to make a quilt sandwich and then stitch all the layers together by doing some free motion quilting. Check out the description below for the next video.